The roots of the order. To put this movement into context, it is important to look at Franciscan history. There are 3 branches to the Franciscan order. The first order comprises men who vow to follow the rule written by St. Francis in 1223. They live in fraternity and work in various ministries among the poor. The first order has 3 branches: the order of Friars Minor, the order of Friars Minor Conventual, and the order of Friars Minor Capuchin. Each branch has a set of constitutions which define their interpretation of the rule. The second order is the Poor Clares. This part of the Franciscan order was founded by St. Francis and St. Clare of Assisi, who was the first woman to follow St. Francis. Like the friars, Poor Clares take a vow of poverty, but prayer and contemplation are foremost. The branches within this order include the Poor Clares, Poor Clare Collatines, Capuchin Poor Clares, and other groups who follow St. Clare's rule of life. The third order of St. Francis was at first a group of lay people who decided to follow in Francis's footsteps while living in the world. However, some of these men and women decided to embrace vows and live together, much like the first and second orders. This order is known as the Third Order Regular. Married and single people who remain in the secular world but still follow the spirit of St. Francis became known as the Third Order Secular or Secular Franciscans. They do not take vows, but profess to the rule of the secular Franciscan order, spreading Franciscan spirit in their families, jobs, and communities. This rule was also outlined by St. Francis. These lay people are drawn to living a gospel life. They embrace simplicity, prayer, a determination to bring about peace and justice, but remain in the world, raising families and maintaining jobs. The heart of their rule states in part, secular Franciscans should devote themselves especially to careful reading of the gospel, going from gospel to life and life to the gospel. It is important to note here that few of the lay people involved in the Little Portion project knew what the secular Franciscan order was or that it existed. Many already lived a gospel life, being active in their parishes and their jobs. A core group of volunteers, however, wanted something deeper. When the initial project was complete and the retreat house was ready to open, they did not want to end their work there. In that sense, the journey continued for them and eventually changed all their lives.